Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sunny Side. I'm Sunny, and today we're going to ask the tarot cards simple question. Is he or she a narcissist? Guys, got it? Are they a narcissist? Are they a narcissist? Not are you a narcissist, are they a narcissist? All right, let's check out the cards. I guess you got to know what the definition of a narcissist, right? Well, someone who's selfish, doesn't listen to anything, they lack empathy, and they also lack self-awareness. Those are the two big ones. The biggest one is a narcissist tends to lack self-awareness, and they tend to, they have an absolute value in the way they perceive things. So although someone, there's a negative side of narcissism, an absolute negative side of narcissism, there's a lesser seen or lesser public side of narcissism, which is just as real, and you might be stuck in a situation like that as well. So keep your eyes open. I know I didn't describe it very well, but this is not a video. This is a fun tarot video. So that's the action. Hey, for those who don't know, I'm a professional. I'm a psychic astrologer. I used to write tons of horoscopes for newspapers in Canada, and now I'm doing the horoscopes for you guys on YouTube. I do, actually, it's astrology. This is a tarot reading, but if you want a personal reading, just hit the PayPal link in the description box below for a full-on reading on Skype or Zoom or something. And or you can tune into one of the many live streams on the channel and take advantage of one of the mini live readings that I do here on YouTube and on Facebook. All right, you guys ready? All right, my man, let's do it. Is he or she a narcissist? You guys got it? Narcissist. Yeah, let's check out the narcissist. Way over the top. First up, Four of Wands reversed. Hey, I'll tell you guys right now, according to the very first card, the answer is definitely yes. So some people like this. I've heard of the Four of Wands referred to before as the card of marriage. I don't really look at it as the card of marriage. I look at it as the card of getting on with things. Like you're in the Three of Wands is the second decan of Aries, and in the Three of Wands, you're in a holding pattern and you're waiting. And then you move on. The next card is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is after waiting, you're moving on with things. And so that's the deal. So, but you're moving on in a really good way. It's kind of like it's not necessarily all of your dreams coming true, but it's like it's getting ready to move on. Things look pretty good. After a dry spell or a waiting period, things seem to be working out. Unfortunately, it's reversed, though. As you guys can see, this card is reversed, right? So what's happening is you're in a situation where things look, right, especially at the beginning of the relationship, like it's really going to work out. Like this is some awesome action. But the Four of Wands is reversed, so it's not so much, which is kind of like that love bombing thing that narcissists do at the beginning of the relationship. Then we have the Queen of Swords. This is fairly obvious. Someone's going to swoop in and they're going to lovey-dovey you with all the words and language, and maybe Four of Wands is maybe they are getting ready, or they're enticing you with a new opportunity or a new something new in your world. There's a potential there for like, wow, something you've never had before, and you're very excited for it. Of course, it's reversed, so the answer is you don't really have it, but that's what it feels like. And someone is showering you with pretty words. So are they a narcissist? It's kind of surprised, but so far I say yes. Then the Hermit card. You're going to feel alone and isolated. Someone, wow, the card. Sonny, I was saying, we're trying to tell you the guy's narcissist, Sonny. I don't know why you're dealing with these kind of people. She just out in for herself, Sonny. Yeah, I know, but it's so hot, card. Yeah, I know, Sonny, but like sometimes. Okay. Let's come on. We got a lot more cards to go. All right, the Hermit card. Let's see what's up. Next up is the Hermit. Well, the Hermit card is about taking time for yourself to figure out what you want. It's what you want and how to make it happen. The Hebrew glyph here, this is obviously Virgo energy, but the Hebrew glyph is Yod, or finger or hand of God. And in this situation, in the Hermit card, it means the Hermit's about taking some time for yourself and planning how you can pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, how you can make things work out for yourself what you can do to make things work. But it also, we're asking the cards if if the guy's a narcissist, and it appears, well, the Hermit card is the card of being alone and isolated, which is what happens when you're dealing with a narcissist. So far, so yeah, here we go. This is the foundation of the relationship, though. This is not necessarily how things are going to play out, but this is the beginning, right? The wands, there's a lot of potential that's stalled somehow. Like, you're supposed to get together, it's supposed to be beautiful, but there's some delays in your relationship. But the words are always there. Maybe you're talking on the phone all the time and you're like, wow, I really dig this. And the in the Hermit card, it means you're going to be isolated and you have to really think about this. Then we get the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, not so bad. The Four of Swords is the card of meditation. In one of the decks, in the Bonefire Tarot, I don't have that deck out here, but in the Bonefire deck, this card right here, the Four of Swords, actually has the girl. It has Tarot sleeping in a bubble bath, taking a bath, taking a time out from things. So the Four of Swords, and it's right side up. So maybe you got to take a break from the relationship. Or maybe it's a situation where the guy is, okay, so the Four of Swords. So let's forget everything else. The Four of Swords it's a pretty good card. I know astrologically it's Jupiter in Libra, but I look at the Four of Swords more of a Venus kind of energy card. Just like this Four of Swords is kind of Venus energy. It's supposed to go on to attract that happily ever after, but it's delayed here. This Four of Swords attracts, there's a lot of swords, right? Some ideas floating around in your head, but it's Venus energy saying take a break from it all. And that's really the deal. But in this situation, but it's taking a break. So if you're stressed out, or if the guy is stressing you, then be cool. One thing I don't see in the bottom of this, the foundation here, is I don't see a lot of abuse. Whoops, let's get back in the center. I don't see a lot of abuse. I don't see a lot of arguing. Whoa, I'm blurry. Oh, so let's sort this out with a better card here. I'm not going to show you guys. This is one of the Moonology cards that I'm using. One of them, I think Yasmin Bolin made these. These are really good. Okay. All right, well, we got to deal with the blurry for a bit. So, but you know what? You don't see a lot. There's no arguing here. There's no, it's about, but there is a lot of pretty words and a lot of isolation and a lot of worry and concern. And so, I don't know, it appears as if the warnings, I don't know yet, but I'll tell you in a sec. It appears as if this reading has all the warning signs for something difficult, to be alone, isolated, worried, have to sleep on the answer. It looks a little tricky, but having said all that, you don't have the arguing and the fighting and the control issues and the yelling and screaming. There's no Five of Swords here where someone just wants to argue for the sake of arguing. There's no Nine of Wands. There's no sevens. Like, it's kind of more along the lines of things started off really well in the relationship, and if it is a relationship, and you're worried about something right now, maybe he's saying really nice things and trying to control you. Then we get the Page of Swords. Ooh, that's interesting. The Page of Swords is up here. It's reversed, though. So maybe there is a bit of arguing. I wouldn't say a lot of arguing. I would say that someone is treating the other person like, I think there's some kind of intellectual inequality happening here. And because the Page of Swords is an intellectual card, it's a studying card, it's a learning card. It's not, be careful with your words. Try not to be adolescent. Maybe it doesn't usually indicate arguing per se, but there's a learning curve that has to happen in the communication areas, and it doesn't appear as if you guys are learning how to communicate with each other. And that's really important. If you guys can't speak to each other, I don't know what the deal is. Oh my God, then we have the Three of Wands. So someone is impatient in the relationship. It's reversed. Right? It's a reverse. So waiting. This is the card I was talking about. This card comes before the Four there. And anyways, it's reversed. So it probably looks as if you're going to wait forever. So either one person is getting very impatient because it's Wands, right? It's fire energy. So it's like, what the hell? Waiting forever, right? It's reversed. You're like waiting. Maybe you're giving this guy a real leeway. Like you're saying, okay, let him do it, let him do it. We'll wait and see, wait and see, wait and see, wait and see. Wait. Like it kind of looks like wait and see, like you're not learning your lessons. No one's learning how to communicate, and as such, wait and see, wait and see, wait and see. But like, it's kind of like you're giving the guy enough rope to hang themselves. But man, that's not the way you're supposed to live a relationship. You can't be walking around waiting for your partner or some guy or some chick to be like, oh, you see, they screwed up. I'm going to like jack their action now. What kind of life is that to live? You either love or you don't love. You either in or you're like some creepy, shitty boyfriend or some effed up girlfriend, which is what it appears right here. It appears as if you haven't figured it out yet. I kind of think your worries are getting the best out of you. You need to meditate and chill out. You're not learning. And someone is either getting impatient or they're waiting for some situation. Then we have the Three of Cups. I do imagine that there is a time of celebration, right? The Three of Cups is getting together with your close friends. I know this says here that it's Mercury in Cancer, but I like to think of these cards as in a different form of divination. I like to think of the threes as ruled by Saturn. And as such, this isn't necessarily party, rah, like the Nine of Cups, but this is a gathering of close friends. Oh, wait a second. Reverse. Everything is so reversed these days when I'm reading the cards. But no, Three of Cups is not reversed. So it looks like you're probably getting together with your friends. Maybe your friends like this guy. It's right side up, so it's a good card. This is waiting forever. This is saying the wrong thing all the time. You're probably like walking on eggshells, right? Always saying the wrong things, walking on eggshells. You got to be, by yourself, isolated, alone. And it's not the greatest situation. Although at the end of the day, there's a bit of festivity. Maybe you're talking to your friends about it. Maybe you're talking, you're hanging out with close friends. Maybe the guy is a friend. Maybe your friends like him. Maybe your family like him. But privately, he's a bit of a douche. Oh! You know what? I don't only think that this guy is a narcissist. I think this guy might have slept with your sister or your best friend or something. 10 of Swords. Oh my God. I don't see how you're going to walk away from this one. 10 of Swords is one of the worst cards in the deck. You're going to get stabbed in the back. Someone is going to definitely mess you up. Make sure to share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to leave that mofo at the corner. And so, well, what do you want to say for this? This is your worries and dreams, right? It's ideas. All of the stuff's from the 4 down below. Your worry. This is not the card of bad dreams. This is the card of taking some time out to figure it out. Like this says, you got to take some time out. The Hermit takes some time to figure things out for yourself. You got to figure out what to say. You're not saying the right thing. You're waiting, right? I don't know what you're waiting. You're waiting for someone's answer. You're waiting for their shoe to drop. You're talking to your friends, but like your fears are coming, they're going to come true. It's horrible. Is he a narcissist? Oh my God, yeah. I don't see a lot of control issues. I don't see the devil card. I don't see the devil. I don't see control issues or fighting to say that he's a narcissist. But I do see bad things happening. I do see that you are very concerned about this guy's behavior, and but it also doesn't say that the person isn't emotionally invested in the situation. There's no there are no cups, there are no cups reversed. There's no emotions not being met. It all appears as if you guys have a major communication problem and you don't know how to talk to each other and you haven't figured it out yet. And this, we're not asking the cards if the guy's cheating. We're not, if he's going to be faithful, he's going to be a good boyfriend. We're not asking that. Or we're just asking, is he a narcissist? And it appears that the guy spends a lot of time alone. He's focused on what he wants to do. He meditates. He thinks about it. Everything seems premeditated. Everything about this guy is premeditated. He's always promising a better future, but might not deliver. There is a language barrier here between you guys, whether you realize it or not. It's supposed to be good, could be your best friend, but I see your worst fears happening in this situation. Temperance. So you're the Temperance one. Okay, so here we go. Back to the major arcana. This spot in the spread, for those who don't know how to read the tarot, each one of these positions of the cards tempers the card with a different meaning. And that brings us to the word temperance, which is to temper. Okay, to temper is to soften your stance, right? To temper is to change things a little bit. To temper in this situation is to make things work, you know, to go the extra mile, to mix it up, to make things work, right? To mix the water, to mix the ice and fire together, as it says in this particular card. Unfortunately, it's reversed, and this just happens to be you. So I know you're trying. I know you're trying to do the temperance thing. I get it. You're trying to do the temperance thing, but it's not working. You have to. I think you have to get back to the communication thing. I think that I think there's a lot of sweet words happening, and there's a lot of sweet words and a lot of promises. But I think you want to see action. Right down here, sweet words, promises, isolation, meditation is good enough. But here you're holding, and you want to see action. You want to see action. But I don't think that action is going to come. And I think you're a bit fed up. You just don't know. You just might not have the confidence to break out of this situation. And you might not even want to break up. Just because the guy's a narcissist doesn't mean you have to leave the relationship. Or just because she's a narcissist doesn't mean that she doesn't bring you good things in the relationship. So there you go. So that's that, right? Heads up on that. Then the 10 of Cups. Well, if you guys were waiting for a happily ever after, you know, 10 of Cups, yeah, it's going to work out. But 10 of Cups reversed. No, he's not. It's not. This 10 of Cups indicates a situation where everything should work out. It's a great card. The guy's got home. The guy's got family. This is where you want to be. However, it's it's thanks for coming out. It's reversed. Good luck. Good luck. Don't blame me if your guy is a narcissist. You wouldn't even be watching this video if you didn't have these ideas. Unless you loved watching unless you love watching this new series I'm doing. And if you do, give the video a thumbs up and share the videos, and definitely subscribe to the channel. And if you want a personal reading, hit the PayPal link in the description box below. But I got to warn you guys, my personal readings are astrology based, right? I used to write the horoscopes for the newspaper, which is an impossible job to get. You know, it's the highest level of astrology. So like, if you want to, you know, if you want a reading, they're mostly astrology based. All right, whatever. Okay, here we go. Or you could tune in my horoscopes, which are astrology horoscopes as well. All right, whatever. So the guy, 10 of Cups, he's not doing his thing, man. So you think you've been going halfway, but I think you're fed up. I don't think you want to go halfway. I think you feel like an emotional punching bag right now. And he appears as if he's your happily ever after, but he's not. It's reversed. This entire reading is promises and delay, promises and delay, promises, delay, promises, delay, promises, delay, and it's not going to happen. You know, he's not going to do it. It's reversed. He's a promises delay guy. I don't know how old you are, or how long you've been in this relationship, or how long you've known this person, or this, but like, this is a promises delay kind of vibe. All right, finally, 5 of Wands. All right, well, there you go. there's fighting, and there you go. There's finally some fighting happening. However, it's reversed. You can't really negate some of this. You can't really negate this fighting. You know, it's the 5 of Wands. It's not just you or him. It's the entire situation. You probably are surrounded by fighting. The 5 of Wands indicates everybody around you is fighting. You're surrounded by fighting. People around you are fighting. Maybe your partner is surrounded by fighting. But maybe the neighbors hear you guys arguing all the time. Whatever it is, there's constant arguing in this kind of situation, and nothing is getting resolved. The thing is reversed. It's always going on. Like, whatever, man. You know, what happened to everything? I thought it was going to be so good. You know, we had the potential for this. We had the potential for that. You know, it looks like there's constant. If this is not the card of someone who just wants to fight for the sake of fighting, but it is the card of constantly fighting, or there's constant arguments around you, right? 5 of Wands. It's happening around you. So you guys, and there's nothing you can do about it because it's all reversed. So maybe your partner is always angry at the world. Maybe you're angry at the world, man. Maybe you're getting angry at me. I don't do nothing to you. Yeah, you don't even do nothing to nobody. Okay, whatever, man. Anyways, is he a narcissist? Yeah, well, I'm not seeing a lot of abuse in this relationship. I'm not seeing a lot of, but I'm seeing fighting. I'm seeing emotions, and I'm not seeing emotions not being met. I'm seeing promises not being kept is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of potential, a tremendous amount of potential in this relationship. However, someone's clearly not listening to the other person. One person is in a holding pattern, waiting, 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 and your worst fears are coming true. So like, so I don't know. If I were seeing, if this was a relationship question, I'd say break up because you're just fighting all the time and the other guy's not worth it. It's reverse. He's not worth it. I would say, looking at this thing, I would take a major guess that this person cheated. I would say that one person cheated in a relationship, or they boogied out, or they, like, you know, they're not, you know, your worst fears are coming through. So like, or they're coming true. So like, whatever it is, that's the deal. Is he a narcissist? Man, you know, it's not all, you know, it's not all of narcissism in here. I don't see, there's not a lot of abuse. I don't see a lot of abuse in this reading. I don't see a lot of control issues in the reading. But I do see miscommunication and expectations not being met. And that's the action. From the sunny side, and I kind of think one of you isn't. I think one person, you're worrying too much and it's causing problems. But I also don't think this is the right guy. And that's the action. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sunny, wishing everyone the best of a super beautiful day. And I'll see you guys soon.